When the sky turned lavender. They say everyone has a moment when the world slows down. Just once. And everything you'll ever love fits inside that single heartbeat. For me, that heartbeat happened under a lavender sky, on the edge of a quiet little town called Maple Grove. Emma Clark wasn't the kind of person who believed in fate. She believed in lists, routines, and black coffee with precisely 1 spoon of sugar. She had just moved to Maple Grove to start over. New job, new apartment, same old heart that hadn't healed yet. And then there was Ethan, the kind of man who made quiet look charming. He ran the town's only bookstore, Page Turners, where every creaky floorboard and crooked shelf seemed to hum with stories. He wasn't looking for love either. He just wanted peace. And maybe someone who'd understand the silence. Their story didn't begin with fireworks. It began with a spilled latte. Emma rushed into the bookstore one rainy morning, slipped, and sent her coffee flying right across a display of romance novels. "Of course," she muttered, embarrassed. Ethan looked up, laughed softly, and said, "Well, at least it wasn't the horror section." That was the first time she smiled in months. She came back the next day to apologize. Then the next week to browse. Then it just became routine. Every morning before work, a quick chat over coffee and paperbacks. Ethan learned she loved old poetry. Emma learned he collected postcards from places he'd never been. They shared laughter, stories, and silence that didn't need filling.
Generate by AI.
It wasn't love at first sight. It was love that crept in quietly, like sunlight slipping through curtains, unnoticed until everything felt warm. Ethan started leaving a book on her favorite chair every morning. Emma started pretending she didn't notice, but they both knew. Then came the evening that changed everything. It was the town's annual fair. Food trucks, laughter, lights painting the clouds. Ethan found her near the Ferris wheel, staring at the sky. "It's lavender," she whispered. He smiled. "Maybe it's the universe trying something new." For a while they stood there, two souls who'd been hurt, finally finding something gentle again. But love, no matter how gentle, still tests you.
Generate by AI.
Emma's job offered a transfer, a chance to move back to the city. And suddenly, the lavender sky didn't feel so magical anymore. "I don't want to hold you back," Ethan said quietly. "You're not holding me back," she replied, voice trembling. But what if you're the reason I stay? She left the next morning. No dramatic airport chase, no grand confession. Just silence and the faint smell of coffee and rain. Ethan went back to running the bookstore, but the chair by the window stayed empty. Sometimes he still left a book there. Old habits die slower than hearts do. A year later, autumn returned, and so did she. Same street, same store, and the same lavender sky hanging overhead.
Generate by AI.
He looked up from the counter, surprised eyes widening. "I thought you left for good," he whispered. She smiled softly. "I tried, but everything I loved stayed here." The silence between them wasn't awkward anymore. It was full of words they didn't need to say. They didn't talk about the past. They just picked up where they left off. Morning coffees, quiet laughter, lavender skies. Sometimes love doesn't need to be rewritten. It just needs to be resumed. Years later, when people asked them how they fell in love, Ethan always said, "It wasn't one moment. It was every small one, stitched together, until I realized she was home."
Generate by AI.
And every evening, when the sky turned lavender, they'd close the bookstore early. Because sometimes, love doesn't ask for grand gestures. It just asks you to stay.